Some places surprise you. Even if you've been traveling nearly non-stop for 15 years like me, there are places that snap you out of your comfortable worldview, take your assumptions and your prejudices, and turn them upside down. They lead you to believe that maybe there is hope in the world. Senegal is one of those places.
I took a walk through this beautiful world, felt the cool rain on my shoulder, found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la
At first, you see what you see in so many places in Africa. The noisy streets, busy markets, the controlled, consensual chaos of daily commerce. But look just a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, and you'll see it's so different here from its neighbors, from anywhere, really. A rebuke to those who paint a whole continent as a monolith of despair or Islam as something to be feared. Senegal turns simple-minded assumptions and prejudice on their heads at every turn.
How did you come to know and like and love this country?
I think it was just listening and watching and thinking, gosh, this is quite different to all the other countries I know. For a start, the language. You've heard Wolof?
Yes.
Sometimes you think people were quarreling.
Right.
And they're not. They're loving. They're laughing.
Ophebia Quist-Arcton is the NPR Africa correspondent. She's of Ghanaian descent, but has made Dakar, the Senegalese capital, her home for over 10 years.
The Senegalese are easy to get on with, and they care about you. And I guess that's what we all want as human beings, isn't it? To be loved, to be cherished, and I've found that here. I won't be here forever, because I'm from Ghana, but I will be visiting forever, because there are no two Senegals. I mean, c'est vraiment un pays extraordinaire. I think the Senegalese are extraordinary. They're open, they welcome you, and for me, that about makes a good place to live.
I fear I come with this assumption that Senegal will be yet another failed state, or yet another state that has gone through a really terrible post-colonial period that never really, that transitioned badly.
You'll know that Senegal is one of the few countries never had a coup d'etat. Mm-hmm. And I think that just makes such a huge difference to a nation. We're in a 90+% Muslim country.
Right.
Their first president, a Catholic, who governed for 20 years. And of course, there were elements of repression, but not as we've seen in many other African countries.
Europeans first reached West Africa in the mid-15th century, bringing with them the usual things: an industrialized slave trade, subjugation, the rule of the many by the very few. In the carving up of a continent, it was France that got Senegal. And commanding a favored status within France's West African colonial holdings, the Senegalese gained full rights as French citizens in the late 1800s. With independence in 1960, power passed bloodlessly and with stunning cordiality. Though overwhelmingly a Muslim country, Senegal elected Léopold Senghor, a Catholic, as their first president. And from that time on, Senegal has enjoyed a moderate political and religious climate unique almost anywhere in the world.
Well, food is great when cultures meet, because the colonial power brought their food culture. I think that's what makes great food. And Senegal is great for that because of its geographical location. It's a crossroad. I think that's what makes the food quite unique here.
Pierre Cham is a chef, restaurateur, and cookbook author who was born and raised here at Dakar. His books are absolutely fundamental references when investigating Senegalese cuisine.
This is Senegalese favorite fish. It's called chof. It kind of tastes like grouper, so I think we should have it. Grilled fish.
Senegal has famously delicious food, flavors and often ingredients that should be eerily familiar to any fan of Southern cooking. We meet at Cour de Cassation Beach, serving food just the way I like it. A shack on the water, catch of the day, cooked up out back.
This whole thing is illegal, actually.
Right.
They don't have
But
a
I mean, they
license.
continuously operate. I mean, it's
But every
technically
once in a while I come and it's closed, the police shuts them down.
right, and then they come back.
And then they come back, It's,
Oh, these are supposed to be good, right? This is local beer.
It's a
It's
local
the finest of the local beer.
well, it's considered the people's beer. It's the cheapest one.
Oh, well,
Yes.
figures. I'm a cheap date. You want to hide these?
Actually,
and,
they just put it under the table, actually.
you know what I'm going to do? Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Welcome to Dakar.
Thank you. So, I'm really interested in your story. I mean, you were born here,
Yeah, right here, Dakar.
right here in Dakar.
Yeah.
Went to New York.
Yes.
I mean, I'm jumping ahead some, but
Yeah. First job in New York was a restaurant job, like
Of course.
every immigrant.
Right.
I was a busboy actually, but from a busboy, just fell in love with what was happening behind the kitchen. Because, I come from a culture where kitchen is a women activity, so it's like I'd never seen men cooking.
what was the type of cuisine you were learning?
Mostly American, continental American, and
Yeah.
then it turned into Jean-Claude was French bistro.
Right.
From Jean-Claude, boom, opened around the corner. It was like early
Wait a minute,
90s.
boom, on Spring Street.
On Spring Street.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, I used to work at that store. Before it was called WPA. So we work in the same restaurant kitchen.
Same kitchen.
Downstairs,
basement
kitchen was downstairs. Yeah.
I can't believe this, man, because Boom was really the defining moment for me. And Boom had like this global ethnic / Italian.
So you saw a window to start introducing West African flavors.
Yeah,
And it worked. People were receptive to that.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tonight, we're having yassa, made with the local fish called chof. Cooked simply, on the bone, wrapped in foil, and steamed over the fire. Served with a mignonette-type sauce of onions.
Oh, yeah.
Grilled mussels, sea urchin.
Grilled mussels, cool. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm starving. I mean, I'm really hungry. So, what distinguishes Senegalese cuisine from the neighbors?
I think we have the best food in the continent.
You've traveled in the American South? I mean, you notice some things about the food?
That's familiar.
It's
familiar.
I mean, look, like shrimp and grits. Okay, I mean, I've eaten shrimp and grits in Africa many times. I mean, they call it something else.
Exactly. I think the most interesting part of American food is our contribution.
How did you feel when you first turned on TV and you see some, rich white lady and she says, well, we're about to do, this is an old family recipe, an American classic, a traditional favorite. And I said, wait a minute, that's
mine.
that's mine. I mean, happy, proud, pissed off, what?
Oh yeah, proud, happy too. No, not pissed off. No, I wasn't never pissed off. I thought, I think food is such a great way of uniting people. It's like breaking barriers. Food is not only about feeding yourself here. In Senegal, it's a whole culture. The most important value is what we call teranga. The more you share, the more your bowl will be plentiful. It's not how much you have, it's how much you give. That's what matters in Senegal. So teranga is that culture.
The call to prayer, 5 times a day, every day, but Friday at 2 p.m. is the most important. Dakar shuts down as people head to the mosque. The invocation of the muezzin reverberates throughout the city. The mosques fill to capacity. People spill onto the sidewalks and streets. They pray where they can. In Senegal, the majority of people are Sufi Muslims, practicing a mystic form of Islam, which is often considered more tolerant.
Senegal is very different from other countries. We are very tolerant. We also have, in Senegalese family, Christian married to Muslim, Muslim married to Christian. So you don't really know exactly who's Christian, you don't really know who's Muslim.
It is a comfortable assumption that Islam is oppressive to women, that it allows no room for personal expression, that it forces women to hide themselves. These ladies, however, make that argument more complicated. Fama Diouf is a photographer. Umi Nador is a journalist and television presenter. Minyel Tall is an entrepreneur and owner of a group of salons. As the country changes, many, if not most, have adopted the cultural values and styles of the West. However, 2 of these women have chosen to wear the traditional hijab.
A lot of people who watch this, particularly women, look at the hijab in particular as an instrument, at very least as an instrument of male oppression. What would you say to them?
For me, religion is a personal thing. And I decided to get this. So why people keep on asking me every day, why?
Well, I think the simple answer is that what to you is a personal lifestyle choice looks to much of the world like a political choice.
It is a choice for me.
Yeah.
So some of Senegalese girls, they have choice to wear Western clothes. I have also the right to wear Arab fashion.
In a way, the reason behind it for every Muslims will be modesty. Whether you come from a rich background or a poor background, people should not judge you on the way you dress. She doesn't want you to be like, oh my gosh, I loved her hair. Oh, the earrings. Oh, the watch. No. You see us as something threatening, but we are just here in peace.
What about women's roles here traditionally? In many of the African countries that I've been to, often you will see the man walking up front and behind the wife and the children, you know, carrying the bucket of water or, you know, laden down, doing the work.
I mean, here in Dakar, you're not gonna see it.
You say that with determination.
Oh yeah, I am definitely sure for that. Okay.
As if you will personally ensure that you won't.
Yes. Seriously, I think it's time for women to change the face of Senegal.
Why not now?
They're not ready for that right now.
Why not? What's missing?
You will have powerful women, like arguing for what we call parité here, so gender balance. And then you take that same woman and you tell her that her son is supposed to start cooking and doing the laundry. Laundry is even worse.
Sorry, what's wrong with that?
So for a Senegalese woman, taking care of her man and treating him as a king is part of who she is, and she's taking proud out of it.
It's too easy to be a boy here in Senegal. Nothing.
There's been men in the position of presidential, but we can have also a woman in the head of Senegal. If we don't try, we will never know.
Sometimes we get lucky. We get to do things on this show just because it's a show, that are frankly awesome. Like this, a small restaurant in Dakar, the delicious smells of Senegalese cooking coming from the kitchen, a band.
Si madu umuge nangana lo ofete madu nyana duga nangana lo fete. Dekaliko Jelati fi tayn bole ko muju so alage si biru gonna ne ñu bokku
Youssou N'Dour, one of the most beloved musicians on the African continent, famous throughout the world for blending traditional music of the region with Cuban rumba, American jazz, and R&B. Mbalak, as it came to be known, has had an enormous influence on musicians worldwide, like that Sting guy, Tracy Chapman, and St. Bruce of Asbury, and most famously, his frequent collaborator, Peter Gabriel.
Start to talk about you when you were age 12, when you started to perform professionally.
Yeah.
But did you come from a musical tradition?
My mom, she's a griot. Griot are the storytellers. They are also singers, rappers, and everything. And I grew with my grandmom. She was a big singer. She gave me a lot of things. And from there, going to the school for 2 years, then left the school and start my career.
Tonight we are having a beef mafia, which is a stew thickened with ground peanuts. There are similar preparations throughout West Africa, but the Senegalese version is particularly great. Sear the beef, cook the onion, garlic, peppers, and carrots, deglaze with ground peanuts and broth, bringing up all that good stuff from the pan, then simmer until tender and awesome. Serve hot over rice.
Wow.
Ah.
That looks good.
That's good. Good. Thank you.
Wow, this is very, very good.
The symbol of connection Mali and Senegal is the Mafia. These things you can appreciate here, you can appreciate in the Mali also.
So what's the future?
Future?
The future, 20 years from now. Where will Senegal be?
What I hope is in 20 years, Senegal is going to be the place for great and big contribution of what we call Islam.
Do you think there's any danger of the kind of radical Islam that we see taking hold in many places in Africa?
All these people who are using the religion, Muslim religion, to do bad things, I think Senegal have an example. I think this country have models of the religion. This country, you know, you are here, I'm doing my local bisap, and you are with your beer. In country, 95% Muslim. And I think this example can help the world.
I hope so. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Jërëjëf. Merci, thank you.
time stopped. That's what it seems like in the city of Saint Louis when the sun is at its highest and the streets are empty. 160 miles up the coast from Dakar, the one-time capital was a hub for all French West Africa, an important port at the mouth of the Senegal River.
S'il vous plaît, un baguette comme ça.
Every culture has an iconic, much-loved street food, the kind of thing you yearn for when you're away. We have our dirty water hot dogs in New York. Here, they have nadambe.
Nambe, s'il vous plaît.
What people have described as a bean sandwich, but what is really a spread of spicy lentils on a baguette. You buy your baguette at the bakery, bring it over to the nice lady. She slathers on the good stuff, and there you go. And it is indeed addictively delicious.
Je crois qu'on ne peut bien comprendre le cas de Saint-Louis, la situation de Saint-Louis, on ne peut bien le comprendre que si on connaît bien la géographie. Parce que ce qui a fait cette ville, de mon point de vue, c'est son fleuve. Parce que c'est un fleuve qui dessert 5 États, 5 pays. Mali, Mauritanie, Sénégal, bien sûr, Guinée.
So everything came through here.
Qui sont
Attitudes about many things are decidedly different here. Where many post-colonial cultures are ambivalent or conflicted about their bloodlines, picking black or white to identify with, here people are proud of who they are and where they came from. All of it.
I'm curious why the post-colonial experience in Senegal is so different than the post-colonial experience almost everywhere else.
I think that the pre-colonial and the colonial experience in Senegal is different also. Not only the post-colonial experience, because Saint Louis had lots of influences, I think.
Arab, Portuguese.
Before that, Portuguese and English first.
Yes.
They were here. And after that, from the Morocco.
My feeling also is that because we're at the crossing of various roads, independently from the colonization period, makes the Senegalese people very open-minded, very good negotiator also.
Marie-Caroline Camara is a Saint Louis métisse, Senegalese father, French mother, and she's hosted a lunch with some friends and colleagues, all of whom consider themselves Senegalese first before anything.
And my feeling compared to other African countries is that maybe it's come also from the Wolof woman, because the Métis family here, people were really married. But at least
between Wolof and other groups.
You know, compared to West Indies, where even if people had, some white people had children with their slaves, they were not recognized. Here, all these children and unions were recognized. Yes. So for me, that is very special.
The most richest in Senegal is our culture. It's not petrol, oil, or other thing. I think that is our culture, our type of life, our customs.
Music.
Music, yes, our culinary art.
Okay, so we're eating mulet farci à la Saint-Louisienne.
Lovely.
It's a big fish from the river.
Mullet farci, stuffed mullet, the fish deboned and filled with a seafood farce of fish, herbs, vegetables, and bread, and baked.
It's an amazing meal, delicious.
Amazing meal?
Yes, really good. So, how are things in Senegal today?
How things? What kind of things?
Is the environment good for business in Senegal now? Is it getting better? I mean, there seems to be a lot of money coming in Dakar. You see buildings going up. Somebody's building.
The key thing for me will be the development of businesses. And because when you look at all these young people in Saint Louis, and there is no companies to employ them, let the young people take a big part of the power, which is not in our tradition, but we need the young people to be strong.
If you could compare yourself to someplace else in another major city in the world,
Yes.
the New York of Western Africa?
The Hong Kong of West Africa.
Oh, no, ouch. Yeah, you're right.
Kuilal ma demba, demba machangayo, ni kuilal that side. Kuilal sama domje, ayo be yo. Kuilal ma demba, demba machangayo, ni kuilal that side. Kuilal sama domje, feral sai rongoñ.
C'est trop beau.
Money. You like it, I like it, we all like it. And there's a flood of green pouring into the developing world. Greed-head foreign speculators for sure, but also entrepreneurs, often educated abroad, but returning to build businesses around a growing middle class. Telecoms to financial institutions to the restaurants that grow up around them. Maquis were once neighborhood working-class dive bars. Now, many are becoming more respectable drinking establishments. The Brooklynization of Africa begins.
Cheers.
I joined Pierre, his film professor brother Christian Cham, and their friend Patma Jauji, a local businessman.
Who is joining the middle class in Senegal? Where are they coming from?
Most of the people are local people who now get proper training.
Right.
And then you have a small group of guys like us who went abroad and are coming back.
Now, a phenomena that I have seen in other countries in West Africa is one where people leave either because of war, oppression, necessity, financial, education, and when they come back, there is resentment. How do they feel about people like you who go and come back?
You know, unlike most other places, over here, there's a tremendous amount of pride in your family. Senegalese rarely go and just cut off.
Yeah, it's true. No, that's true. But in addition to people who go, they send money back home.
There's more money coming from the immigrants than the money that we receive from the World Bank or IMF or everything like that.
Why is this the case in Senegal? Where does this attitude come from?
It's just the nature of the social fabric. It's not an individualistic society.
What about the French colonial experience? That too, was it different than?
It's
very different from Senegal to the other countries.
Because the French used Senegal as their anchor for their colonial expansion. The French then said, okay, you Senegalese, we're gonna train you up to borderline high school education, and you're gonna be the forefront, the fulcrum of our administrative service. So if you go to Côte d'Ivoire, you go to Burkina, a lot of the guys who are running the administration were Senegalese.
I think one of the major differences between Senegal and the other countries, not that we're better or anything like that, but in Senegal, it's probably one of the only countries in West Africa, or probably in all Africa, where I can be from one ethnic group and he can be from a different ethnic group. But we can talk without French, using a local language and understand each other, because everybody speaks Wolof.
I happen to believe that this world is going to be a better place when more cultures are actually given a chance to be put at the table.
Each generation has its mission. We have a saying in one of the say, Yalla Bakhna, I mean, God is great. And we always say it when there is no solution. We say, oh, Yalla Bakhna, like you leave it in the hand of God. But we tell people, this is in our hand. This is our future and the future of the next generation coming.
As relatively good as things have been for Senegal, democracy, as it turns out, requires regular maintenance, diligence needed, and the willingness to stand up. Jilly Baghdad is a musician and activist who's doing what, well, the last poets and Chuck D and others have done before him. Say things that are important, loudly, and often. They call him debiteri, and debi is generally grilled spiced lamb, hacked into pieces and served on grease-stained paper with grilled onions and mustard on the side.
Well, that was quick. From the beginning, I mean, was there always like a social justice, political component to what you were doing musically?
From day one. The first thing we did was go do a campaign called My Voting Card, My Weapon. And we did songs and we did mobile concerts all over the country to raise awareness. And it was the bum rush in the registering spots. Everybody went to register. That's a step. As little as it could seem, that's a step into being conscious of what your power is.
In 2012, then-President Abdoulaye Wade fell victim to the maybe I should be president for life syndrome that afflicts so many of his neighbors. He proposed amending the Constitution so that he could run for a third term, as well as creating a new vice presidential position which many feared he intended for his son. Jilly and many, many young people like him were having none of it. They formed a group called Y'en a marre, or Fed Up. Using music as a draw and a hook, they threw enormous rallies across the country, made aggressive and innovative use of social media, all in the cause of getting out the vote and shutting anti-democratic initiatives down. It worked.
I know that like with this civic movement that we started and raising awareness, I think the African Union of people can start from here because this is amazing. The new generation will learn from what we've done, and maybe the next president might not be a politician at all. You never know.
Obvious question, why don't you run for office?
No, I'm not an aspiring politician, not at all. But I can see myself helpful for my community. We have everything to emerge. It's about believing in ourselves and trusting ourselves that we can do it.
Lac Rose, known for its pink hue and salt harvesters, sits near the Senegalese coast. And not too long ago was also the finish line for a legendary Trans-African endurance race.
Okay? Yeah, great. No problem.
Driving up to 10,000 grueling kilometers from Paris, south through Spain, across Morocco, down the Western Sahara, all the way to, well, right here. The Paris-Dakar Rally tested its drivers like no other race, sometimes driving over 20 hours a day over ground like this.
So this is the same road that the rally Paris-Dakar took.
Jean Hazard is a Senegalese of Lebanese descent who grew up here watching the final stretch of the race. It was a galvanizing event for him. He has since completed the race himself 3 times.
So when I was young, I came with my parents to see the arrival of the Paris-Dakar race.
Yeah.
That's why I like to make races.
It's been 8 years since specially modified true off-road vehicles with powerful engines and cutting-edge designs roared across the desert and through tiny African villages. I, of course, had to try out one of these beasts, and it's about as much fun as you can have while wearing pants.
Where am I going?
Turn. It's nice.
Just like this.
First time?
Good pace, yeah. It's like driving in snow.
Yes.
After terracing around for a few hours, it's traditionally chicken and beer on the beach. We're joined by Jean's fellow Paris-Dakar racers, Mamles Jallo and Abdou Cham.
My friend Mamles made 12 times the Paris-Dakar.
12 times?
Okay.
With bike.
Motorbike. On a motorbike? Yeah. Wow. So what happened? It stopped in...
The last race was in 8.
2007.
Yeah. In 2008, we were at the start, and we didn't start.
That's right.
We didn't
They
start.
canceled the race.
In 2008, officials shut the event down with racers from all over the world at the starting line, a response to the murder of 4 French citizens in Mauritania and to the discovery of potential terrorist threats against the race in the region. The race, now called the Dakar Rally, was moved off the African continent and currently runs much of the length of South America.
But will it come back? What do you think?
Here in Senegal?
Yeah.
Never.
Whoa!
I hope so.
Never.
Why? Why never?
Because these people, when they live, they did it not in a fair way.
So you think they don't deserve to have it back?
No.
But is there still racing here? Within the country? Within Senegal? I mean, you race.
We have, after South Africa, the second circuit in all over Africa. It's very, very, very important for us, for Africa, and it's exceptional for us. How do you like the chicken? It's okay?
Oh, man, it's good. Are you kidding me? Hitting it hard. So you told me before that if I wanted to, I could get in the car and drive to Saint Louis. That way.
That way.
How long will that take?
C'est plus court.
Flat out.
An hour and a half.
Let's go.
You're
Let me finish my chicken.
Pierre Cham's Aunt Marie is the matriarch of the family. She often hosts uncles, aunts, sons and daughters, friends and relatives from near and abroad.
Teranga is hospitality. That's the translation. But it's the most important value is really the way you treat the other. Love. You receive love. That's what Teranga is. So today you're our guest, so you'll be treated with our national dish.
Everyone comes together, often over this iconic dish, chebujan, which in Wolof means simply rice with fish. It's pretty much the national dish of Senegal. Today, it's Senegalese grouper, scored and stuffed with a mixture of garlic, parsley, and peppers, then slow simmered in a hearty tomato broth, infused with a funkatizing goodness brought by fermented conch and saltfish, served over rice and vegetables.
I'm going to watch you, and I'm going to do what you do.
Let's do it. Let's go.
The meal is eaten from one communal platter, an experience both fun and instructive, sustenance and life lesson.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that sauce is awesome.
Normally, children are not allowed to talk and to go too far in the middle of the plate.
So they got to eat around the edges?
So you will have an adult, the mother or an aunt or something, cutting pieces of fish or meat for them.
It's a way to teach them to be content with their portion. You know, not only children, but everyone. You have to imagine a triangle in front of you, and that's the triangle that is your limit to the bowl. Right. You have to chew slowly. You have to be patient. So all these values are taught when we eat around the bowl.
So if I were looking for a metaphor for a Senegalese society, this would be it?
This is it. This is Senegalese society. Senegal is a special country.
ñu bokk xalaat bokk gis-gis bokk yéene we Africa.
A few years back, I got the words, "I am certain of nothing," tattooed on my arm. It's what makes travel what it is, an endless learning curve, the joy of being wrong, of being confused. Africa, more than any other continent, needs to be seen by the world as both the place we all came from and where we are going.
Walk together, keep on walking. Chef Antonio, Wally Kuma, Stephen Biko, Nelson Mandela, all you people.
I went looking for the dream of Africa. I woke up in Tanzania.
I took a walk through this beautiful world, felt the cool rain on my shoulder, found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la.
The narrow streets and neatly dressed school children of Zanzibar's Stone Town make it feel like a very different Africa than I've ever known. It's tight, small. The architecture speaks of many layers, of a hierarchy long gone, but still evident. The famous Zanzibari doors, for instance, meticulously carved of mahogany and teak. The patterns reveal details of the original inhabitants' ethnicity and professions. Brass spikes evoke similar doors in India. The lotus flower, a historically Egyptian symbol, is meant to promote fertility. And chains, a reminder that this once was a central hub of the slave trade. What Zanzibar is today is definitely and overwhelmingly Muslim, 99% of the population. And you see its strong influence everywhere you look. The children in hijab coming from the madrasa. The streets are neat, and private homes, even of the very poor, are maintained with great pride. The call to prayer, 5 times a day. Zanzibar, part of Tanzania but also a semi-autonomous state, sits just 30 miles off the coast of the mainland.
The minute you cross the ocean from mainland, the minute you enter Stone Town, you feel like you're in a different country, and a different culture, different vibe.
Saleh Said is a native Zanzibari and former tour guide, and he knows his way around these parts. So, what are our options here?
This is what we call mandazi.
Mandazi, a classic Swahili treat, basically an African donut or flipper. And bahiyas, a fried lentil fritter, Indian, spiced with cumin, turmeric, and coriander.
Grab a cup of coffee?
Yeah, let's do it. If you live here, if you're from here, chances are you start your day with some bitter, spiced coffee, talk about the issues of the day. Politics for one. Maybe a pastry.
You like yours?
Oh, that's good. So, you're born and bred here?
In Zanzibar.
How long has your family been here? How far back do you guys go?
I'm half Indian, half African, and my mother's been here 4th generation.
4th generation, so that's starting out in?
Late 1700s.
Wow. Who built Stone Town? Who built this neighborhood?
The construction started in about 1830s, during the Portuguese colony. We had Portuguese, yeah?
Right.
Omanis stayed from 1846. They left in 1964, but they lost a lot of power in 1896.
Confused? Let's take a step back. The Persians were the first major power to set up here back around 975 AD, expanding their empire onto the strategically positioned island. Then the Portuguese used Zanzibar as a hub for their slave trade and spices. Then the Omanis did the same, ultimately with the British, who ruled through them. 1964, revolution. As with most revolutions, the days following were violent, chaotic, and ugly. After overthrowing the mostly Arab government, reprisals.
It wasn't independence, it was revolution, where more than 3,000 Arabs were slaughtered, and a lot of Indians were slaughtered and removed out of this country.
But your family stayed?
My family stayed.
Why?
There was no money in the family for them to move out.
So it was just there was no option?
There's no option.
To stick with what was left?
Yeah.
Tough times?
Very tough times.
And about 2 hours from Stone Town, this is Jambiani, a tiny fishing village. Here, the first revolutionaries would meet and plan for an independent Zanzibar. Zanzibar's first post-revolution president, Abid Amani Karume, served until his assassination in 1972. This, too, is Abid Karume, grandson of the country's first president. Well, what was this situation back, the political situation back then?
Well, it wasn't good. Basically, it was the English on top, Arabs in the middle, and then the Africans way, way at the bottom. And it was a form of apartheid, you know?
Was this village sort of a center for revolutionary?
This village was important in terms of the political support prior to the revolution. When my grandfather and my grandmother were staying right here, and they had meetings on the field, right over there. Yeah. That's where they would have their meetings. To raise support for the African and Shirazi people, their identity. Its objective was to give equal rights to all people of Zanzibar. Of course, revolutions aren't the best thing sometimes when it comes to peaceful transition. Well, this is the house of Bwana Hassani and Bimwaka. They're preparing a wonderful lunch for us. Odi! Bimwaka! Kuna mgeni wako hapa. Mzee Hasani yupo? This is Bimwaka. She used to take care of my grandmother many years ago. Sijambo.
Alikuwa wapi huyu?
Basi tunaelekea ukasani.
I'm looking forward to lunch. Bimwaka was a close family friend to Abid and his grandparents, and she's putting together quite a spread. coconut rice, freshly caught fish called tassi, simmered in broth of garlic and lime, topped with mchuzi, a fresh salad of chopped tomato, eggplant, cucumber, and potato. Another fish, kabua or mackerel, marinated in lime juice and garlic, then pan-fried.
Now this is good.
Whoa, that's looking good. So, coconut rice.
Yeah.
Chapati bread.
Yep, that's it.
From the other side.
Yeah.
Other side of the water there.
That's it. This is cassava.
Cassava?
Yeah. 3 different types of
and
fish.
fried bread. Wow, what a spread here.
And you can use your hands.
Good. Fish I can do by hand. The rice, I'm gonna need help. Good.
What do you think of the muhogo? It's nice, huh? The cassava.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's very good.
The rice is great too. Whatever your feelings on revolutions, it is probably worth remembering that they start in places like this. People talking. And when they are won, they are often won by people who sat at the feet of the original planners. People who look like this. Look at all these kids. Watch out. Future revolutionaries.
Exactly. New ideas coming in that change things come from them. Think about it. I mean, the challenges we face as a small island country. I mean, doesn't the whole world face a similar challenge?
Yeah.
How to preserve all these things, how to find balance. For me, I see Africa as a whole. I see a very interesting time.
Hopeful?
I'm very hopeful, actually.
Optimistic?
I am optimistic. I think the Zanzibari people are great people. And if given the opportunities, I think they can put a lot on the table, not only for themselves, but also for the culture of East Africa and possibly even the world. I think they're great people. Why not? Sky's the limit, right?
Say you're going to Zanzibar and people will tell you about the street food. It's pretty impressive. In Stone Town's Fordani Gardens, every night, vendors set up an insane variety of every iteration of seafood snack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love some of that.
The first one here, we got the tiger prawns. We got some shrimps. We have octopus calamari mixed with masala spice. We have a scallop, shellfish. We have a mussel, small shell. We have like a tuna fish, blue mali, red snapper, korashai, mahi-mahi, and red snapper.
Good.
So welcome.
I think, let me try some of the octopus.
So how about lobster? Yeah, with masala spice, but it's not hot. When you feel hot, we give you chili
I like hot.
mango.
All right, good. Give me some chili mango with that. Okay, good. Octopus, chewy but tasty. Lobster's working for me. Too spicy for you, man. Now, believe me, only one of us is gonna be shitting like a mink tonight. And it's not gonna be you. Ooh, the famous Zanzibar pizza. Awesome.
Carrot onion, beef, tomato fresh, cheese, mayonnaise with egg.
Sounds awesome to me. Looking good. Thank you. Weird and wonderful and damn. These stands are extremely popular with locals and visitors alike, so of course the government raised the rents. One guy, Juma, decided to pick up and move his place a bit out of town. His customers came with him.
It's Juma.
Hey Juma, how are you?
Juma.
So, what are we having?
Yeah, your choice of beef on the stick, chicken on the stick, half chicken, and all the spices and sauces that they have here.
Right.
I've ordered beef for now.
Beef good.
Well, let's get half a chicken.
Have a chicken?
Yeah, sure.
Juma's is famous for his chicken.
Hey!
The bird is slathered with a mixture of garlic, lime, coriander, ginger, salt and pepper. Then it's grilled and served either as satay or whole pieces topped with tamarind chili sauce.
Preparation for all this, they start in the morning, preparing, cutting. Then they come here at 6:30, and they finish about 10.
How many guys are working here?
There's about 6, 7 of them.
6 or 7 of them.
All around the table.
Wow, this is a like big operation. Okay, he's finishing the skewers. I guess he's half cooking or saucing. He's reheating, finishing the skewers. That guy just doesn't set up plates for him to top with meat. And then I guess they got the bread and sauce and finishing and to go also. What are they squirting on the fries?
There's hot sauce, there's ketchup, and there's tamarind.
They say you never go hungry here. There's always food in the street.
If you come here to buy 10 skewers, you'd end up actually buying 20 or 30 because somebody's always asking for food.
Right.
And you always buy. It's just the culture. No one says no to each other for food. Yeah, too,
There we go.
And you use the stick as your fork.
Hot, hot, hot. Oh. Where do you think the recipe came from? This is a real mixed up history here.
It's mostly Arabic, Indian components have been in it. The spices, most of the trees, like mangoes came from India, pineapples came from Brazil.
Tamarind, Southeast Asia, like not even India.
You get in India.
Damn, that's good. Tell ya, the chicken's really awesome. Might need some more of this. I like the heat, man. Good stuff. Incredible.
The 250-mile flight from Zanzibar across the water to the town of Arusha takes just an hour and a half. But culturally, you might as well be flying from Texas to the Philippines. Kilimanjaro, into whose white peak Hemingway's gangrenous hero saw himself disappear as he slipped into death. From there, we head into the Serengeti. A journey of this kind, one must expect the occasional setback. We reach the eastern edge of the Serengeti, where it's a steep climb to the rim of the magnificent Ngorongoro crater. Once a massive volcano that somewhere around 2.5 million years ago collapsed in on itself, creating this caldera. A true lost world. Inside the crater, an entire ecosystem within an ecosystem. Wildlife pretty much stay put. Coming to drink? Well, right below my place. It's nice. Very, very nice if you find yourself here. A hot bubble bath awaits after a long day in the bush. Perhaps a dry sherry from a cut glass decanter. The next morning, one rises to breakfast in one's chambers, on the balcony perhaps. Silver service, hot coffee, freshly baked croissant.
Morning. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
The rules of the house, while slightly restricting, are sensible enough. And given the luxurious surroundings and the view, hardly a burden.
Not supposed to wander around at night here, unescorted. There's like lions and hyenas and elephants and stuff. And while I'm told the baboons can get rapey, there were no knocks on the door.
know, I know what you're thinking already. You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do, are you? You're not gonna go out there and like shoot some beautiful animal in the brain. No. Answer, no. What kind of sick wants to shoot an elephant? Even the toilet has a nice view. This is pretty much what you see as you're sitting on the snakes. Idyllic natural setting and good plumbing. It's pretty much paradise. It's nuts driving into the Serengeti. After a short while, you actually get used to the Jungle Book scene playing out in front of your car. It's interesting to see the giraffe and wildebeest, zebra. They all seem to hang out with each other, no conflict at all.
Pretty much there's no conflict in what they want to eat. It starts with the elephants, buffaloes taking the big stuff out. Zebras follow down, and then the wildebeest are the really close crop.
My guide is Colin McConnell, a fourth-generation African born in Kenya, who lives in Tanzania and knows this area like I know the deli counter at Barney Greengrass.
So this is the edge of the woodland here. Just about every tree you see here that's lying on its side hasn't fallen over out of choice. It's been pushed over by elephants. There's an elephant over there, guys.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
There's a big bull.
Magnificent. Will he charge us?
No.
If we piss him off?
If we pissed him off, he would. They sleep so soundly, these zebra. You can creep right up and suddenly jump up.
Zebras and more zebras. So many you almost get bored seeing a herd of them. Giraffes looking only slightly irritated to be interrupted. And ever more massive herds, stadium-sized crowds of wildebeest, a fish concert of these unkempt-looking things every few hundred yards. All that's missing is the hacky sack.
Everyone's come to terms with now that the wildebeest migration means wildebeest jumping into rivers. I mean, the fact that that only happens 2 months of the whole year, the rest of the year they're trekking through the bush. But to me, this is so much more spectacular. You see these big numbers. You'll be in an area this morning that was full of wildebeest and go there this afternoon and there's not one. They've moved.
Thousands and thousands of wildebeests on their annual migration are everywhere. A big circle stretched out across Tanzania and into Kenya in search of prime grazing. It's all about water and grass and a good place to make babies.
I mean, look at this little guy. He's keeping up with his mum.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
Within 15 minutes of being born, they're up and standing.
Right.
Running as fast as their mums within a couple of hours. There's a wildebeest that didn't make it.
How old is that, you think?
A day or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
very
all.
fresh, very fresh.
Wow. You don't want to get lost here. You definitely don't want to be on foot, outside your car, or injured, for instance. Nature, as they say, is a cruel mistress. It takes care of its own without mercy. The evidence of this cruel math called survival is everywhere. Non-immediate family are not going to help a brother out.
No, you'd think, huh?
Start limping, first come the hyenas.
The hyenas see the vultures dropping.
Right.
That's a key to them that there's some food up. And the vultures really need the hyenas to rip open the skin to start eating it.
By the time they finished ripping out your soft parts, treating your femur like a chew toy, the vultures and the marabou storks, lovingly called the Undertaker birds, have been waiting for their turn. I don't know about you, but whenever I have cause to reflect on a pack of hyenas tunneling into an ass and ripping out the guts, I think, You know what? I could really go for some pesto right now. By Lake Masek, we pause for lunch. Indigenous specialties like penne with pesto, steamed baby corn and snow peas, grilled tomatoes sprinkled with Parmesan. Oh, look, brownies.
Wait, those hippos are coming in close.
Yeah, they can smell the pasta. Or maybe.
They love pesto. They're coming ashore.
You're safe.
Over thankfully cold beers, I learn who is really the most dangerous animal around here. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Lovable Funny Hippo, always in a tutu in the cartoons. A vicious, unpredictable, and apparently incredibly fast-moving killer.
You know, you happen to leave here and go for a pee behind the tree there.
Yeah.
And come face to face with this hippo. A hippo would easily outrun you. One big chomp, big tusks go straight through you, chop you in half.
Just get between them and their mud hole and they'll be all over you like Justin Bieber's bodyguards. It can get ugly.
What do hippo penises look like? I
have no idea.
A hippo never emerges from the water with like a hippo hard on.
Not that I've seen.
Really?
No, they're underwater. I don't go snorkeling.
I find that comforting to know.
They are among the last great warrior tribes on Earth. Semi-nomadic, they believe that all the world's cattle are a gift of the gods to them, the Masai people. They move with their animals across the Tanzanian plains, setting up homes where they find the best grazing. Their cattle are everything. The wealth of the family, units of currency, givers of milk to live, and on special occasions of meat and blood. The Masai construct their villages or bomas like this as strategic hamlets designed to repel and discourage predators.
You have a lot of livestock coming in here. A lot of the other, like the migratory games, they've all taken off. So this area is quite famous for the cats, for the big cats.
The big cats, lions, roam free here, an area of the Serengeti called Ndutu.
It's the paradox. I mean, the lions are an enemy to them. They are a competitor, but they're also something that they greatly admire. It's the map.
Swedish native Ingela Jansson, a field biologist with the Serengeti Lion Project, is trying to find a balance between the needs, traditions, and basic identity of the Masai people and the outside world's desire to protect these beautiful killing machines. This is what can happen when a Masai warrior defending his cattle takes on a hungry adult lion. Nobody wants this. For the Masai, being apprised of the comings and goings of the lion population is a useful thing. Preferable to find out in advance, one would think, and take evasive action, than the alternative. But remember, too, and respect that the Masai have always defined themselves and their identities by their enemy, a tribe of proud warriors. What happens when there's no one and nothing to fight? Ingela has brought several Masai onto her team to show them up close the lions they share this land with.
So often on my days out when I'm working with the Masai, you don't eat at all. You get a cup of tea in the morning, and then if you're lucky in the rainy season, you'll get either fresh milk or this.
This is amasi, by the way, a lumpy, yogurt-like drink central to the Masai diet.
Cheers.
Cheers. And before you say yuck, it might be worth noting that between their nearly 100% protein diet of meat, blood, and dairy, the Masai are known to have near superhuman cardio, Olympic-level stamina and condition. They can run miles at a time without rest or water and can basically kick your ass at near any physical contest given half the chance. So help yourself to some sour, lumpy goodness.
Not bad.
A little honey, some raisins in there. Good to go.
It's so different here, like the rainy season, dry season, such different challenges. What do you think of going under here?
I'm okay with it. Currently, Ingela has been tracking two lions in particular, Ramos and Puyol.
Oh, Ramos is there. Safi. You see him?
I see, yes, I do. Yeah. There they are, I see them. Wow. Two of them.
Yeah.
You like them, don't you?
Oh, they're magnificent. They're very admirable. He's a bit of a warrior, that one. Should we try and approach them?
Yeah.
When you go for lions, you don't never drive straight on them.
Right.
You kind of go at an angle that relaxes them a lot more. It's funny how they pretend they don't see you. They're so completely aware. So basically what we look at to identify them are the spots. It's like their fingerprint. Puncture wound in his face, that means he's fighting with females. Like if they fight with another competitor males, it'll be, the wounds will be on the back. It's too dangerous to go for the head area if they're fighting. The reason for the collars is to see how lions behave to cope with threats in the area, to show that lions and Masai can actually stay together. They've always lived together. For the Masai, one of the diminishing things for them is large rangelands. It's the same resource that a lion needs. If push came to shove and one part had to go, it wouldn't be the wildlife. That's bringing in far too much money for this country. So if they can show that they're actually fundamental to protecting this area and protecting the lions, well, then it's the better for them as well.
What's total population of lions, do you think, countrywide?
Tanzania probably houses 25 to 50% of the total population of lions, so it's an important country for it. And the last estimate is 30,000 lions remaining in. I think it's not so much the worry of the size, but it's the rapid decrease. We've lost large predators in the big part of the world. The world carries on. You would probably have other predators to take their place. You know, there'd be the hyenas, there'd be the cheetahs, there'd be the leopards. Of course, they couldn't take the big prey like the lion does. If you think about it that way, lions are a big show of an ecosystem that is healthy. They're important to that. 22 hours of the day, they relax. Slipping down when you've seen enough of sleeping cats.
And they are beautiful. Just a few miles from the crater's rim, Misigio village. About 400 Masai live here. Oledorup is the chief. He has 4 wives, 12 children, a handful of whom are old enough to be out looking after the herds.
Where are you from, Tony?
I was born in New Jersey and live in New York.
Oh.
You have a son in New Jersey, yeah?
Yes, yes. He studied in one of the college known as Montclair State.
Oh, sure. I know Montclair very well.
Oh, yeah?
Near where I grew up.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that cloud there. There's going to be some downpour. Well, do you think it comes here, Oledorup?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah.
Not us.
It's funny, like they always know what the clouds are doing. And so weather reports out here.
The Masai have been migrating with the seasons since they came to this part of Africa sometime in the 15th century. long before the Serengeti became a national park. And here we run into the kind of existential conflict we'll be seeing more and more of as the world decides what they value most. Unspoiled expanses of nature, populated still with magnificent, wild, but aggressively protected animals, or the indigenous people.
The aim for our project is promoting coexistence with lions. So when I came here to start up Lion Guardians, but there were many among the Masai that were very suspicious.
Why?
They thought this is going to lead to us being kicked out. That's a constant fear in this area.
Because in the past, the Masai go to find the lion where they are, and they kill. But today we stop that. Or we can kill if no way.
If you have no alternative.
Yeah. That's why we have a spear. We are not hunters people, but we carry the spear all the time for protection only.
The Masai, they trust that we're not here to kick them out, that we're here to work with them. And we're foreseeing that we're going to be able to start the Lion Guardian project, which basically you hire Masai to protect the lions rather than kill them.
With all of the cattle the Masai people have, how do you protect them from predators?
The animals are very smart enough. If you do not bother them, they do not bother you.
So how about when they're grazing?
When they're grazing, we have people who follow how to.
And that's enough
follow.
to discourage hyenas or lion?
Yes, but sometimes they're happy lions. So they're making allowed to show themselves that they're very happy. And the way to make that, they say, woo, woo, that's make you happy, you know. That's, if they just like to catch something, you can hear very close, rolling like, and that stop. But that's allowed like, woo.
That's a happy one.
That's a happy one.
No problem.
No problem.
But that purring one, the second noise, that's not good.
That one is not good.
That's not a here kitty situation.
Oh, this one must looking for founding food, maybe.
Okay. Wow. My cat hates me.
Yeah.
Okay, this, a lot of you are going to find very disturbing.
So, I'm guessing the little goat over there is about to get the bad news.
Come now. You can touch like this.
I try and be a good guest. I eat what my hosts put in front of me. I try to take responsibility if something dies for my dinner.
Stand here?
No, here. All this in the hold.
So when the chief asks if I care to do the honors and tells me how it has to be done, I'm not happy. In fact, as I close off its air passages, I'm struggling to not throw up on myself.
Yeah. Tony, do you know how to skin it? Can I show you?
Enough.
Maybe I can show you and then I can go ahead, okay?
The Masai traditionally kill their goats by suffocation. For very good reason, it turns out. To keep the blood, which is a vital component for the Masai diet, intact and abundant in the chest cavity.
We continue now to take the skin out so you can cut here.
Just right through?
Yeah. Oh, good. Here now. You cut like this. Good. Then, continue like this. More. Yep. A little more. Good.
Good, everything's intact, beautiful.
This is blood, so all the blood
So it filled up the cavity and started to get coagulated.
Yes.
I get it now.
And it's easier now to take the blood out.
Right.
You see?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really, I've never seen that. That's super cool.
Yes. Someone like to drink fresh?
Sure.
Hey,
Hey, not bad.
Oh, it's good. People, they eat this one fresh.
That's a kidney.
Yeah. You like a piece?
Yeah, just a little piece. A little.
Deed done. It's time for a little kidney. Enjoy the spoils, then party.
Sweet. Actually, that's good. I like them better like this than cooked.
Well, smelling good. Osinoni.
Osinoni, yeah, that's true. They're smelling good. I'm not too much of a meat eater, but this, I kind of like the goat.
Even on the Serengeti, it ain't a barbecue if there ain't some kind of beer.
Normally, the Masai, we love honey. We have we call honey beer. You drink it just very strong. So we have here.
Love to try some.
I
noticed a palpable change in the mood.
We are not alive anymore. Yeah.
Say kwanza.
Okay, welcome.
Asante.
Endorado.
Not bad.
Tasty. Oh, it's refreshing as well.
It's like a palm wine, or even like kind of pulque-like taste also.
You can definitely taste the honey.
Yeah.
The sweetness of it.
According to our culture, everyone has carried a big knife.
Everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Many aspects of their lifestyle and traditions remain unchanged.
Awesome. Perfect.
This does not mean that Masai don't have cell phones, by the way. Everybody does.
As you say, when you're talking about how can we balance this, because we're now looking to send our children to school, getting a good education, but we still stay in a very strong culture. Yeah, it's really coming like a hard time, but we continue.
Well, that's another question. You know, when your son comes back from New Jersey, you know, is your son going to want a motorcycle? Is he going to want a car? Is he going to want a flat screen TV?
I don't know for the future because, as you know, the children, they are very quickly changing their mind. Maybe one day coming as a New Jersey boy, I don't know.
It's beautiful, this country, this part of Africa. Geographically huge, but not really, as the world and what we need to live in it shrinks every day. Who gets to live here? Who or what do we want to see? Is, for better or worse, going to determine that. Nearly $1.5 billion is spent here every year by people who come wanting to look mostly at beautiful animals. That is an amount that is hard to argue with and impossible to outrun.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba.
This is the Cuba I grew up with.
Mankind teeters precariously on the brink of a thermonuclear war.
The missile crisis, duck and cover, Hide under your desk, kids. Cover yourselves with wet newspaper, because we're all gonna die.
The flames of crisis burn far stronger, fed and fanned by the bitter tirades of Fidel Castro.
And this guy, always in the fatigues, underlining with every appearance that we were two nations in a never-ending state of war.
Today, the United States of America is changing its relationship with the people of Cuba. We will begin to normalize relations between our two countries.
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la
Cuba's been sitting here for, what, 55 years now? Half an hour away. Basically giving the biggest superpower in the world the stiff middle finger.
50-plus years of animosity, embargo, rationing, and Fidel Castro is still hanging on. But recently, there are powerful indications that everything is about to change.
We are at Jaimanita, a little fishing town. This place is called Casa Santi, owned by two brothers that go out and fish every morning and bring fresh seafood.
Okay, humble fishing village, traditional fishing family.
Yes.
We're about to eat sushi. What's going on in this country, man?
Things are changing, Anthony. What can I say? My name is Hugo Cancio. I was born in Cuba. I was in one of Cuba's most prominent schools. When I made a joke about President Fidel Castro, I was a teenager, and the kid that slept on the bunk bed on top of me recorded that conversation, and I was expelled from school. My mom said the only choice is for us to leave Cuba. I'm a businessman. I've lived in Miami for 35 years as my home base. I come back and forth to Cuba. I've been coming to Cuba for over 20 years. I mean, Cuba is a communist country in economic transition.
You know, since Raul Castro allowed Cubans to establish more businesses, there are people that are making money. There are people that have created a tremendous amount of wealth.
People with family connections to the States, people tied to the exploding tourist industry, small business owners, taxi drivers, people operating in ever-changing gray areas of what is permissible.
How's it work right now? If you're Cuban, you can sell your property
to another Cuban.
From
Cuba. And that's what's happening right now. A lot of Cuban Americans and a lot of Cubans living abroad are now coming back and through relatives are buying property. Obviously, somebody has touched this building with some kind of investment. It's renovated. It seems to be like a hotel. Somebody bought the building and turned it into a little hotel.
However you feel about the government, however you feel about the last 55 years, there aren't many places in the world that look like this. I mean, it's utterly enchanting.
It's very seductive.
There is no doubt in my mind that somewhere in the offices of like the Four Seasons hotel chain, they're looking at the seafront and thinking, you know, one of these days, you know, and cruise ships, you know, what happens then?
Well, look,
is this inevitable march of progress? Am I being a snob?
No, you're being very realistic, and that's the concern of most Cubans. I wouldn't mind seeing one or two Starbucks around Havana, but I'm hoping that we don't go back to 1958, where the majority of Cuban companies were owned by American corporations. Right. I have got to believe that Cuba want to preserve some of the value that represents, you know, the hearts and soul of the Cuban people.
Last time I was in Havana, a meal at a paladar would have been rice and beans. Now, sushi, a certain sign of impending apocalypse.
That's good.
Yeah. 10 years ago, this restaurant would have never been allowed, not only because private businesses were not allowed, but the external influence that you're seeing. Remember, this is a country where chewing gum or listening to the Beatles were prohibited. I don't think we all need to have Twitter every day. I mean, one of the things I love about coming to Cuba is the fact that I could put my iPhone away. Who cares? Look what we have around us. And I hope that Cubans, as they continue to have access to free information, they will still want to preserve these family times.
Tourists have been coming to Cuba for some time. Predominantly Europeans, many of them men of a certain age looking for, how shall we say, company. But now it looks like Americans looking to live out fantasies of Godfather 2 will soon be able to do so. And it's all still here for them. But there's new stuff, too. This is certainly new. Fábrica de Arte, the hottest spot in Havana. A nightclub, performance space, art gallery, highlighting artists, musicians, and DJs from around the world. Questlove is scheduled to DJ here tomorrow night.
It's like a big bag when all the art can fit inside.
What is going on here? I ask Inti Herrera and Ex Alfonso, two of the young entrepreneurs behind the place.
Nothing like this ever existed before. Did the Government Bureau of Arts help you?
We have, at the beginning, we have subsidies from the Ministry of Culture. Even the building, we asked for the building because it was abandoned for 30 years.
The place is very popular.
Right now, yes.
Who comes here?
It's people that love art, but at the same time it's very diverse.
It attracts a once unthinkable mix of foreigners and locals and enjoys the actual support of the government, without whom, of course, it couldn't exist.
Our chef here, Lisette, is part of the art world, you know, here.
A ceviche of dogfish with pickled vegetables. Loin of pork, pan-seared with yuca, and a riff on a traditional orange sauce with garlic and coriander.
Good.
Very good.
What do you think's going to happen when the door opens and you've got hundreds of thousands of Americans flooding here, looking desperately to spend money on anything Cuban?
I don't know, man. We are a small country, no? We have to adapt to new things, but I think it's a good challenge.
I guess I'm asking, how do you keep it real when you'll all probably be millionaires in a few years?
Us?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Y no es el objetivo nuestro hacer millonarios.
It's not our goal in life, but that's...
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have those more factories.
More factories.
Es una historia eterna que llena todo el alma.
Havana still looks like you want it to look. Or maybe just how I want it to look.
So romantic sueño sliding into a love in the silence of night.
What was once one of the wealthiest cities in Latin America, left to the elements, left to collapse, or frozen gloriously in time. In fits and starts, Cuba is changing. But it's not sugar or rum or tobacco or casino gambling that is the new god. It's tourism.
All right, so here we're Chinatown, such as it is. But are there any Chinese left in Havana?
No. There's a few new Chinese.
Right.
At one point, the Chinese community in Cuba was huge, but they pretty much cleared out after the revolution, as did most of the Russian Jewish emigres who were here. So the state has erected a few quintessentially Chinatown gates, mustered the 14 Chinese people left in Havana to summon their relatives.
For more than 35 years, John Lee Anderson has been reporting from conflict zones such as Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
I lied about my age and traveled around Africa. When I was 13, I told people I was 26.
In the early 1990s, while researching a biography of Che Guevara, he and his family moved to Cuba and ended up staying for 3 years.
You lived here during the special period, which was not so special. That was the bad times.
That was the
When
bad time.
The Russians had pulled out, Soviets all done.
The economy went like this.
Completely
90%, it just tanked.
Cuba lost 80% of its import goods, which led to widespread hunger, malnutrition, and a nosedive for the already difficult quality of life on the island.
There was one place where we could buy food, which was a Soviet-style place with food that was flown in, quite bad food. Under Fidel's rule, that's the way it was. Bless him.
It's like a cargo cult version of Chinese food here. Dumplings. A Szechuan chicken dish that's about as Szechuan as, well, I am.
What's going to happen? What's next?
The uptick in tourism just after the December 17th announcement, the surprise announcement by Raul and Obama, in which they said, we've decided to make friends again. The surge in tourism and American interest in Cuba is like this. You now have an island where every room is for rent because you can make $30 or $40 a day. That's more than a state employee makes in 3 months.
There will be wealthy hipsters, women in tiny black dresses drinking ironic riffs on the mojito in the lobby of the spanking new W Hotel with oons, oons, oons in the background.
Yeah.
And that's within 5 years.
Yeah, I would say so.
Will every Cuban have an inalienable right to free medical care and education at that time?
That's what they're worried about. The last time I was here, which was in 2013, I counted 8 to 10 homeless, garbage-eating people in the street. And I thought, wow, I've never seen that before in Cuba. That's something the old Cuba, the socialist Cuba that could look after all of its citizens, would never have allowed. It's allowing it now. This period we're here in, it's the lull before it all hits. The train is coming. It's either going to roar by and they're going to be able to jump on and go with it, or it's going to derail and it'll be a mess. All of it's possible.
You see me? Pregúntale si quiere probar el arroz para que me diga cómo está.
Yeah, my mom is asking me if you would like to taste the rice.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Like a lot of Cubans, Yosemi Rodriguez lives in the same working-class neighborhood where she was born.
I live with my mom, my sister, and my niece. Of course, I would like to have my own bedroom, but there are people who don't even have a house.
You were a translator, is that correct? And you are now a journalist?
Yeah, well, I've been writing for Havana Times, and then I write also for Diario de Cuba, which is another independent website.
She struggles to eke out a living in an industry where the state firmly controls all media.
What subjects in particular are of interest to you?
The racial issue?
Racial disparity. Now,
Yeah,
I think
that's
this is
it.
something that the revolution promised to address.
Their main mistake was to state that they had eradicated racism, that just like it could be eradicated just like that. On the street, for instance, policemen, the first people they stop is black people. If you're black, you are a potential criminal.
Her mom, Rosa, prepared a cabbage stew with carrots, tomatoes, and green beans for her, as Yosemi is a rare vegetarian on an island where pork is king.
Oh, fantastic. Look at that.
And for us, pork marinated in garlic, onion, and sour orange.
Look
Please tell your mom it's superb, really excellent.
Mami, sé que está bueno. Está muy bueno, sí.
Thank you. You have a very highly educated public here, one of the most literate nations on earth.
That's funny. We are highly educated, as you said, but we are behind concerning internet and all that stuff. Most of us have access to only the official media, the official newspaper. If internet comes, and I think the government is trying to delay it, if that comes, many things will change. People will have access to different points of view. And I don't think our government wants that.
If everything goes well, what will Havana be like? What will this neighborhood be like in 5 years?
You know, having a prosperous society doesn't guarantee that it is the same for everyone. You know, you see these people who have been able to use opportunities to open businesses, to open successful restaurants. Those opportunities are there, but I cannot use them because I don't have money. I don't think it is possible to have a perfect society, but I think it is possible to try. How you like the food?
Oh, it's delicious, really good. Thank you. All Cuba seems waiting for something, for whatever it is that happens next. Today, that's the roar of Detroit's finest, circa 1959 and before, of course. American dream machines tricked out, babied, pampered, jury-rigged, or simply held together with duct tape and baling wire. Nice. What's under the hood?
Motores americanos V8 cilindros.
V8 American engines. We buy spares, we bring spares from America.
Lo único que pensamos nosotros, el 90% de la semana es en nuestros carros.
All we think about through the week is our machines, our V8 engines, you know. Car racing in Cuba, they love it here as much as they love baseball.
Wow, that's serious. Los Amigos de Motor are die-hard gearheads, drag racers who for more than 20 years have been defying the law and escaping the grind of daily life by pressing pedal to the metal and hurtling down the highway faster, faster, fast as they can go.
They just find the best part of the day when there is not so much traffic. You get hundreds and hundreds of people on both sides of the road.
Now, before, it was absolutely illegal.
It's always been illegal. It's only the last couple of weeks that we're going to get sponsorship from the Ministry of Sports.
Everything is changing. It's entirely possible that soon you'll be able to order any part, any car in the world. You can have it tomorrow. What would it be?
Corvette.
Corvette. Which year?
¿De qué año?
Bueno.
2015. Ok, vamos entonces a hacerlo, Víctor. Cierre calle, el carro y seguridad para todo el mundo. Vamos.
This piece, a lunar picnic, is only to be seen at night. The grills are painted with this fluorescent painting. It's very surrealistic. It's a weird sensation. It's like make you hungry somehow.
Along with his creative partner, Marco Castillo, Dago Rodriguez is half of Los Carpinteros, an artistic entity whose work is shown and collected all over the world.
Every single project is a different thing. You have a different technology to fabricate and to develop.
Los Carpinteros have managed to stay in the government's good graces by wryly using irony to make their points. In the brutally competitive and capricious contemporary art world outside of Cuba, they are stars. They make a lot of money, but they always return home to Havana.
Looks like we'll be eating well.
Perfecto.
Tonight, it's a party in Dago's backyard.
Cheers.
Kelvis Ochoa has made his much-loved pig's head soup with pumpkin, corn, peppers, and sweet potatoes, cassava, and plantain.
I saw somebody's house. It was just an ordinary home, but they'd created their own fast food franchise and made it look as if it was part of a chain. It was like, you know, Mr. Burger or something like this.
This place can be a paradise for fast food, no?
I hope they don't come here soon.
Yeah, well, this is my biggest fear, is that there will be a big glass box of a W hotel and to start seeing Starbucks and Victoria's Secret and, you know, all of the people who make every place look the same. It would be awful.
Yeah, but we have a 50-year lack of money.
Right.
This is a big problem. The people will freak out with money when they have the money here.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, I think if there's a $200 million hotel project that's sustainable, that preserves the facade of the city, that will get approved first before anything super American per se, you know?
Wow, whoa, what's he cooking over there? You can't forget the whole roasted pig. A few years back, a pretty unthinkable luxury for just about everybody.
Oh, wow, soup.
Wow.
Everything is biological.
Organic,
They have no money. They have no
Yes,
money
for
chemistry.
yes.
Not the pesticides and the hormones yet.
Ooh, wow. And tamales steamed in the broth from the pig's head soup.
Life is good.
Yeah, it is.
Por tu encanto, María Elena, dueña de mi corazón, yo te canto un sucuzuco en luna llena. María Elena, yeah, ay, mira cómo suena. Vamos a cantarle una conga a la linda, bella María canción. Yeah, lele. Por tu encanto, María Elena, dueña de mi corazón. María Elena, dime toda la verdad. María Elena, tú eres mi problema en la tierra y en la eternidad. María Elena, la cosa está. María Elena, dime todo. Y dale voz, mamá, y dale voz.
I think our culture is so strong that it's gonna take a lot of tourists and a lot of boats. How do you say?
Cruise ships.
Cruise ships. Yeah. It's gonna take a lot of cruise ships to dissolve these ingredients. We're always like this, with or without tourists.
María Elena, la cosa está buena. María Elena, dime toda la verdad.
This is a typical street of this neighborhood. Houses of wood, houses of concrete. The street is not in good condition. Here was the bus station. It's not a bus station anymore. Now it's a building, it's a monument of the past.
Mantilla is a suburb of Havana, home to one of Cuba's most celebrated writers.
Mi nombre es Leonardo Padura, soy escritor y estamos en la casa donde he vivido toda mi vida. Existen muchas líneas en la realidad cubana que aparentemente no pueden traspasarse. Pero yo creo que sí, que se pueden traspasar o por lo menos se pueden empujar.
Author of the internationally successful Mario Conde detective series, Padura has been able to portray the daily struggles, the absurdities of life in Cuba. It's a delicate dance, and few have been able to replicate it.
You're a hero in the books. Does he live in this neighborhood? Or another neighborhood?
More or less, more or less.
A happy place to grow up? I mean, in this neighborhood?
Yeah. I was totally free.
I notice a lot of people just hanging out. Who lives here?
All kinds of people. Doctors, for example, engineers, workers. And people who makes nothing, like that guy.
Right.
He don't make nothing.
How does he live?
Trying to find something to do or something to sell, making a small business.
Cafeteria a la Barbecue is only one example of a booming do-it-yourself service industry. It's a place where you get a lot of bang for your money. Nothing fancy, just delicious.
Gracias.
Fried pork, plantains, and the kind of silky, deeply satisfying beans that dreams are made of.
This is good. Good beans.
Yeah.
You've never had a book blacklisted or banned in Cuba?
Fortunately, no.
Have you been able to say everything that you wanted to say?
I try to be the most honest writer that I can be, and I think that I had said all that I can say. The problem is that we need in Cuba a lot of money because it's very beautiful city, but the people have many problems to live with the space, with the structure of the buildings.
For dessert,
awesome.
flan, cooked in a cut-down beer can.
Thank you. You're a successful author. You've been around the world. You've traveled. During difficult periods of Cuban history, I'm sure you had many opportunities to live in Miami or Barcelona or Los Angeles, and yet you stayed in the same house?
Yeah.
The same neighborhood?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I like it. I need to live in Cuba, near to the Cuban people, near to the Cuban language. For me, it's very important.
Yes, the future is here. But the past, too, is everywhere. The buildings, the cars, the gears of the whole system are still largely stuck in time.
Mi nombre es Juana Bacallao, Juana la Cubana.
93-year-old Juana Bacallao is very much a part of that past.
Me dedico a mi arte, a cantarle al pueblo toda una vida.
Long before the revolution, she was a shining star at Meyer Lansky's Tropicana, singing for Capone, Luciano. You know the names.
Juana, Juana, cuando me tiro en el carro mío. Y esa es la vida que siempre he tenido con el pueblo. Yo voy al escenario todos los días a las 12 de la noche con mi orquesta.
Mira
Cuba siempre ha sido divino. Es una fuente maravillosa de amigos que me quieren todo el pueblo. Mientras que hay salud se canta y eso.
Córdoba, lejana y sola, jaca negra.
Cuba is not Havana. It's a bigger country than you might imagine. And the road to Santiago de Cuba, the country's second largest city, takes you 12 hours on their less than modern highway system. Along the way, you see agrarian Cuba, the country in which most Cubans lived pre-revolution.
Santiago, Santiago, oye Santiago.
Santiago is a poorer city. It's blacker. And unlike Havana, the symbols and faces of the revolution still seem to mean something. These brutalist prefab workers' housing complexes are everywhere here. And at first glance, hell, at second glance, they look like something you'd house animals in. But for many, previously living even poorer, harsher lives in the countryside, these offered something new. Each group of buildings came with a doctor, a school. Still, they look about as grim can be. Yet, Santiago is anything but grim. Siboney Beach is where locals go on the weekend to kick back with family, drink the best rum in Cuba, which means the best rum anywhere, swim, hang with family and friends.
Hola, gentlemen. We will be needing some bassos.
Raymel is our local fixer. Ruben is in the bar business. Sergio rents rooms to the occasional tourist. Everybody getting by, making the adjustment to private enterprise Cuba in their own way.
Until a few years ago, you couldn't rent or sell, right?
No, era diferente. Ya tiene años ya la renta.
A long time ago, it was allowed to rent a house, but no sell and buy.
What kind of fish is this?
Dorado. It's huge.
It's good.
Fresh-caught Dorado and lobster is on the menu.
Do they think this is going to change? I mean, look, we've all been following the news.
Vamos a tener un turismo que nunca hemos tenido. Turismo norteamericano.
Right. Half an hour away. I mean, they can basically take a boat over for lunch. What do you think Americans want?
No sabemos nada.
They have no idea because they know because never touched the American tourists before.
It's looking good now, man. Good rum, cold beer, good fish, good lobster. You'll be needing a blender for piña coladas.
Si no hay máquina, la vamos a hacer con
If they have not machine, they're gonna do it by hand.
Don't put it this way, my friend. You're going to be making a lot of piña coladas. I think you're going to need the machine.
No hay piel, no hay costilla. Fumigando insectos. Y a la music, el académico. No se maten más. TNT, la resistencia. Hace boom, 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 mi latido en tu conciencia.
Nighttime is party time, where everybody, it appears, at least from when I was there, hit the streets. Mom, dad, sis, even grandma get, well, crazy. Used to be son and trova that ruled the streets. This was where those musical styles were born, after all, but now it's reggaeton and, of course, hip-hop.
No me mataron ni las balas ni los bobos, yo soy a prueba de todo, protección espiritual. La misma plaga sigue siendo quien los mata, tienen la boca muy grande y el cerebro minimal.
Alain Garcia is the leader of the Santiago-based hip-hop trio, TNT, La Resistencia.
We've been making hip-hop for 15 years, which is quite difficult here in Cuba
we've been in jail 3 days once just for make hip hop.
Súbele el volumen, voy a rapear como un loro. Deja lo que fluye, el ritmo habla por sí solo. Este es MC, yo Papa Flow aquí en la tierra. El asesino de los chotas, el perro de todas esas perras. Arrodíllense, muñeca, se lo manda.
Definitely it's a change in Cuba, but I don't think it's because the relation with the United States are getting better. It's because the people just realize we need to change. We still want a kind of society where everyone participates, everyone determining the future of the society.
So, born and bred, Santiago, where the good rum comes from.
Exactly.
So tell me, music business in Santiago. What are you doing?
Music here is more important than the plate of food. When it's carnival, sometimes the people doesn't have money for a proper food, but they got money for like a jar of beer and just enjoying that beer in a place with music.
How much American hip hop do you get here?
We get actually quite a lot. Just my friends. If someone came from outside, that one passed to me and I passed to my friends, and that's it. It's hand by hand. In the beginnings, in the 90s, we started making hip hop here. And we get a lot of troubles. Hip hop came from the States. They're like everlasting enemy of the revolution.
Right.
So you're making a music, a protest music.
Right.
So we've been a couple times in jail, just for songs.
So now you can make money performing?
Yeah.
You can maybe make money selling...
CDs in the streets. But actually right now, more possibilities are coming. When the opportunity to like promote the music, when the opportunity to have access to internet, free access, I mean.
That's gonna be the biggest thing.
Yeah. If you want to spend your holidays properly in Cuba, just come down to Santiago.
All right.
We got a couple things to show to the world.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Go Santiago.
Hola.
Hola.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Tony.
My name is George.
How long have you been driving a taxi?
For more than 20 years.
Mostly Cubans or tourists?
No, tourists, most of them Spanish, Italy, even people from Canada, a lot of Canadian people.
You from Santiago?
Yes, I was born in Santiago. I was saying in Spanish, Santiaguero. I used to live in Russia for 6 years. I studied there.
Really?
Yeah, I was really young, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah? Because it must be cold there.
Could you imagine the difference? Cuba, and Russia, snow. First time I saw snow, I sent to my mom a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Holding snow, throwing snow.
So what were you studying in Russia?
Mechanic engineer.
That's so you went from engineering to taxi driving?
Yes. In 1990, the Russian left us alone. We got in trouble with the economy, so I have to change my job.
So it looks like the embargo might end. You know, a lot of money going to start coming to Cuba. You think it's going to change?
I think that the American businessmen will invest in Cuba, and that will be good for everyone.
How about going back to engineering?
That will depend on how much they will pay.
Right, okay.
What next for Cuba? Something is coming. It will come from out there, but also from within Cuba. It's already happening. But what is it? Everybody knows, everybody can feel it. It smells like freedom. But will it be victory?
go up this beautiful mountain, this incredible town. It goes back to the 12th century. People trudge up the hill to the beautiful church to take the walk that Michael Corleone took. Now and forevermore, it will be sort of the Godfather theme park, where they're just playing the Godfather theme over and over.
I think most thoughtful Sicilians are disgusted by this.
Imagine that, waking up every day as one bus after another filled with Japanese tourists go up there. Oh, look, Michael Corleone got married there. Oh, it's so fantastic.
I took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la
It's one of the most beautiful places in Europe, a place whose roots are very much the roots of the town where I live. But somehow I've never been able to get it right. To tell the story, any story, of Sicily. It's the biggest island in the Mediterranean. Two main towns are Palermo and Catania on opposite sides. I've done a show in Palermo before. It was an epic goat rodeo, a failure of humiliating scale. This time, I was going to get it right. There's the Sicily we know from films, an evocative, deeply felt history that's not quite reality, but cool anyway, right? There's the simple fact of its location, tucked away under the boot of Italy, part of, but not really part of that country. Its own language, culture, its own history of Norman, Arab, Spanish, Roman, Turkish, Egyptian interlopers, all leaving their mark and their influence. I grew up in New Jersey, which was pretty much Sicily on the Hudson. The Italian Americans next door weren't from Milan, I can tell you that much. I guess what I'm telling you is, I figured this'll be easy. Villa Monaci della Terranera, a certified agriturismo, meaning it's a hotel, restaurant, and working farm that in this case produces olive oil.
How many acres of property do you have?
Tony, it's about 40 acres. It's one of the oldest organic farms in Mount Etna.
This is Guido, the proprietor.
Wow. So that's where potatoes come from.
How freaking hard can it be to make an awesome show in Sicily? Eat the nice food, drink the wine, in an idyllic villa in the countryside outside Catania. How low impact can it get? So the plan was, we go fishing. We get some fresh octopus, maybe some cuttlefish, explore the bounty of the surrounding waters, all while working on our tans. With a local chef, fisherman, man of the sea. He's experienced. He knows where to get it good.
Do you like sea urchin?
I love it. How do you say it in Italian?
Ricci.
Ricci, yes.
Ricci di mare.
One of my favorite things to eat.
This is Turi, my host.
What else is out there? Octopus?
Octopus, now it's also cuttlefish.
Oh, yeah.
And I
sepia.
like sepia, bravo. I want to try to find some small abalone, we call occhio di bue.
Nice.
And also, there's clams. Here the water is still cold. I think they will be really full.
I'm thinking, really? Are these prime fishing waters? I don't know about this. With all this boat traffic and all these people and so close to the action, I can't see much of anything living down there.
Okay, perfetto. We anchor here.
But I am famous for my optimism, so I dutifully suited up for what was advertised as a 3-hour cruise. So I get in the water and I'm paddling around and splash. Suddenly, there's a dead sea creature sinking slowly to the seabed in front of me. Are they kidding me? I'm thinking, can this be happening? Splash, there's another one. Another rigor mortis, half-frozen freaking octopus. But it goes on. One dead cuttlefish, deceased octopus, frozen sea urchin after another. Splash, splash, splash. Each specimen drops among the rocks or along the seafloor to be heroically discovered by Turi moments later and proudly shown off to camera. Like I'm not actually watching as his Confederate in the next boat over hurls them into the water, one after another. I'm no marine biologist, but I know dead octopus when I see one. Pretty sure they don't drop from the sky and then sink straight to the bottom.
How many we have octopus? 3? Yeah. Okay, I try to get some patelle now. And also some occhio di bue, small abalone.
Strangely, everyone else pretends to believe the hideous sham unfolding before our eyes, doing their best to ignore the blindingly obvious.
No, lascialo andare, non fare più nient'altro, lascialo andare.
Then they gave up and just dumped a whole bag of dead fish into the sea.
Dei colori, eh?
At this point, I begin desperately looking for signs of life, hoping that one of them would stir, become revived. I'm frantically swimming around the bottom littered with dead things, looking for one that's still twitching so I can hold it up to the camera and end this misery. But no, my shame will be absolute. For some reason, I feel something snap, and I slide quickly into a spiral of near hysterical depression. Is this what it's come to, I'm thinking, as another dead squid narrowly misses my head? Almost a decade later, back in the same country, and I'm still desperately staging fishing scenes, seeding the oceans with supermarket seafood, complicit in a shameful, shameful incident of fakery. But there I was, bobbing listlessly in the water, dead sea life sinking to the bottom all around me. You gotta be pretty immune to the world to not see some kind of obvious metaphor.
Buona.
I've never had a nervous breakdown before, but I tell you from the bottom of my heart, something fell apart down there, and it took a long, long time after the end of this damn episode to recover.
No longer, we don't need to boil. We'll be ready without it.
Ma che fai?
Lo sto rompendo tutto così diventa morbido. Vedi? Ora lo pulisco. Adesso se lo mangiano i pesci. Chi lo mangia questo?
Io. Sono preso. Io voglio la Io. Me lo dai a me.
Raw clams, abalone, and a heartwarming beach scene surrounded by a gaggle of curious and hungry kids. It was, at this point, about the only possible way for Turi to redeem himself. You'll notice I'm not there. I'm sitting in a nearby cafe, pounding one Negroni after another in a smoldering, miserable rage. Our evening meal will be at Turi's place, Osteria Nero d'Avola, which is just up the hill in Termina. But by the time dinner rolls around, I'm ripped to the... Did I mention it's my birthday? I've had 3 hours of bobbing around on a pitching boat, a couple more hours getting looped, 2 more hours lying on a sidewalk outside the restaurant while the crew hangs lights. So I'm gone, baby, gone. I don't remember any of this. Any of it.
So, how's your day today?
It's good. Out on a nice boat trip, a little swim. I would be told later that a gentleman named Tommaso had joined me for dinner. Also, someone on the crew mentioned that his wife was present and that she didn't say much. Presumably because this was not her preferred way to spend her birthday.
Hi.
Hi.
Tony, this is my passion. I like to find the old variety of olive, and one of these is white.
So that's the original?
Yes, the original. In fact, you don't find this anyplace else.
Apparently, there were these white olives, harvested for some secret tree only Turi knows about. Maybe it's next to his secret fishing hole. There was great Sicilian wine, apparently. And apparently, I drank quite a lot of it. There was bread and olive oil. Abalone served raw in the shell. Baby sardine called neonata, also served raw with a splash of citrus and salt.
And this is the baby sardine, totally raw without no much ingredients, to taste better the fish. Salute.
Thank you.
If you ask a Sicilian, right, say where you come from, the correct answer should be, I'm Italian.
What?
No, we say I'm Sicilian.
What? Is Sicily Italy?
Yes.
Should it be?
I don't know, but we used to have influence from Britons, Normans, Arab, Spanish. So basically we are a Mexican. We are blender.
Oh, look, my octopus. I remember personally catching that one. It was a mighty struggle, too. No, actually, I don't.
Polybone?
Octopus,
yeah, the octopus.
Pretty. Oh, beautiful little shrimp. Very tender, the octopus. Very nice. And another traditional specialty. I am told they call this tuna tartare. And cuttlefish. I recognize you, my friend. Now, crudo like this, how traditional is this to Sicily?
I think from the part of the sea, they almost eat raw.
Always?
Yes.
But fishermen only, fishing communities only, or in restaurants? Always,
No.
as long as you've been alive. You go to a restaurant, you see crudo like this?
No, I see crudo in the poor family.
So it's not like there's Japanese influence, but the Japanese sort of gave everybody permission to eat traditional foods, their own traditional food. What are the great mother Sicilian classic dishes?
The anchovy. Anchovy and parmigiana.
Pasta con le sarde.
Okay, that's
I think this is, for me...
With the sardine.
Yeah, but it's an explosion of flour, because this plate, that it's Arab, born in a period when Sicily was very poor.
This I like. I even remember it. Pasta al finocchietta. Actually a true Sicilian classic made with fennel, pine nuts, saffron, and anchovy. Served alongside some sardines that have been curing in chestnuts and salt for days, then lightly fried in oil.
We have to use our hand. We have to use a hand to eat the fish.
Well, no problem. I must have slunk back to bed somehow, collapsed into a sodden, drunken heap of self-loathing. I would ordinarily have turned on the porn channel and maybe loaded up on prescription meds. But there's no TV at the agriturismo. I love the films Godfather 1 and Godfather 2, but they had nothing to do with any organized crime from reality. They're opera. Magnificent opera, but basically a morality tale about loyalty and destroying the things you claim to love and want to protect. Actual organized crime members are, generally speaking, a bunch of spectacularly uneducated, lazy-ass sociopaths who have no problem stealing from their own, harder-working neighbors. Here in Sicily, their interests are less glamorous than gambling and prostitution. They are, and have traditionally been, a gigantic, parasitical organism, one that has now grown to be of near equal size as its host. Mary Taylor Cimetti is originally from New York, but she's been living here in Palermo for half a century now. She's a food writer and at one time a reformer for social justice, which is a dicey thing to be here. You've been here all this time. Well, why?
Well, I came for a year. It was going to be a year between college and graduate school. I just finished college. I met a man, and therein lies the tale. I married a Sicilian, and I've lived here ever since.
Piccolo Napoli. It's a restaurant like a lot of others around here, except for the quality of its food.
Tell me about, where are we, first of all?
Okay. The father and mother of the present owner opened this in 1951. And there's a wonderful photograph there on the wall of the opening day. It started as really a tavern and has become a well-known and much appreciated restaurant now. It's very straightforward Sicilian cooking at its best.
We start with some typical things, the kind of things I deeply love. The kind of simple good things that make me happy. Panelli, which is a fritter made from chickpeas, some caponata, a sweet and sour eggplant dish, kind of like ratatouille, but more Arab in influence, a plate of olives, and some white wine produced from a small batch vineyard run by Mary and her husband.
So this is a panelle?
Panelle. Chickpea flour probably come in with the Arabs, maybe even earlier, because chickpeas have been around for a long time.
This is the famous caponata, about as Sicilian as it gets.
Yes, caponata and cannoli are the two internationally known Sicilian dishes.
This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I wanted Sicily to be, something to soothe my shattered soul. It doesn't take much. A bowl of good pasta. In this case, the famous spaghetti al nero di seppia. Spaghetti in cuttlefish ink. Also, some calzarece al pesce spada. Pasta with swordfish, eggplant, and tomatoes.
Okay.
Ah, beautiful.
Grazie, prego.
Perfect pasta. Very happy with that.
Good. I know you've been looking forward to it, so I'm glad it's good. Palermo's an expensive city for some things because the consumer is paying more so that the store can afford to pay its extortion money. The big change that has happened is that up until the mid-'80s, the late '80s, there were a great many Sicilians who thought if they were honest and didn't have anything to do with the Mafia, they could live without being affected by the Mafia. Apparently, 80% of the businesses in Palermo and 70% in the rest of Italy that pay extortion.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But not everybody pays the bite. A small but growing coalition of businesses have joined a group called Addio Pizzo, a grassroots organization taking a stand against the Mafia's traditional, near-total control over the food chain, from farm to table.
I come out of the restaurant business in New York. You got taxed with every laundry order, every time they took your trash away. It was built in to all your basic services.
Here it's much more the going around. Christmas and Easter.
Guy comes by.
The guy comes by. I mean, it's plain and simple extortion.
Given that that's a pretty straightforward situation, some of these guys who band it together for Addio Pizza, I mean, what happens? The guy shows up and says, I'm not paying you. What happens next?
Well, apparently now, the Mafia has decided that it isn't worthwhile bothering with the people who belong to Addio Pizza. There's so many others out there, and why look for trouble? How true it is, I don't know.
Right.
To belong to Addio Pizza, you have to sign a pledge that you will not pay, and that if you are approached, you will go to the police.
Right.
Then they send you to lawyers and to another organization which deals with the people who are actually having trouble. It's incredibly complicated. I mean, there are no easy answers to it.
Right.
I mean, what about Big Farm? What about some of the things that are happening on a much more legitimate level?
I mean, who's more destructive worldwide? I mean, yes, you could make a very good argument.
That's horrible.
But
I'm upset because I'm sounding as if I'm making apologies for the Mafia. It's just, I think, what has happened, that having lived 50 years in Sicily, I'm much more skeptical than most Americans.
Right.
I don't know that...
I know what you're saying. You're saying you're not so sure that a mafia-free Italy would they be that much more functional.
No, absolutely. I mean,
I'm not so sure.
I'm not sure at all. I mean, but I am constantly amused by the fact that 45 years ago, if I said to Americans, I said, I live in Sicily. Sicily? How would a nice girl like you end up in a place like that?
Really?
Now it's on a farm in Sicily. How romantic. Oh, I envy you. So perception of Sicily
It has changed.
Has changed enormously, enormously.
In 2007, there were only 160 Addio Pizzo members. Now, over 800. Pretty cool considering we're talking about a group who have demonstrated no regret or hesitation in killing judges, politicians, police, prosecutors. Back to Catania. And when you're talking late night dining options, you're talking one thing. The enticing smell of smoke wafting through the streets, a smell that's enticingly equine. I smell Rainbow Dash.
Oh no! Oh
Reggiana, vai! Yes, yes!
Yes!
Anthony and Marco, a couple of Sicilians and aficionados of Macelleria Aquinas.
This is Via Plebiscito and San Cristoforo. It's one of the older side, famous, for all families of Mafia, that grows in crime organization here. Then nowadays seems, yeah. Nowadays seems to be like a bit more quiet because they are all getting arrested, so they prefer to sell meat against drugs.
So right over there, you can bet on a horse?
You can bet horses, yes. People like to bet horses, and here you eat the one that loses.
Right.
The loser goes on the fire. It's not a nice thing, but I mean, sometimes happens for real, huh?
Cycle of life. All right.
Buonasera, buonasera, buonasera.
So why horse? Where does this tradition come from?
From Arabs. Maybe also the Egyptians. Then we have Greeks, 750 years before Christ. Then we have Romans, because we have to say that Sicilians are big bastards. We can say that. Yeah, of course, because we have been conquered by everybody. Also our dialect. There are many words that are understood by other people. If I say a Sicilian dialect word, maybe an Arab can understand me. An Italian, no, because Italian language comes from Latin. Something different. We are Sicilians before to be Italians.
Right.
Remember this.
Oh, no, I'll never forget.
Com'è bella, vero? Look, the fattest side of the meat. It's yellow, it's not white. When it's yellow, means that this horse has been breeded eating fresh grass.
Pronti? Procediamo? Procediamo con le mani? Perfetto, ok. Like this.
Tear and go.
Yeah. Fatti vergogna.
You like the taste?
It's good.
It's a bit sweet, huh? Simple, huh? You don't need nothing. Horse meat, basically, it's loved by quite everybody here,
Sì, polpette. We can have also meatballs. Anthony, we can have also horse meatball.
Well, as you wish, man. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll try it.
It's a mix of different things, Scrambled bread, Parmesan cheese, pecorino,
right?
Parsley, eggs, and of course,
horse.
Horse.
That is very tasty.
Let's put it this way. When my daughter asks me for a pony, I'm bringing her here, pointing at that grill and saying, here's your pony. Parco dei Nebrodi is a national park, and within that is this free-range pig farm. They breed these special heritage pigs there, the black boar of Nebrodi. Combination of wild Sicilian boar and domesticated swine, thought to have been brought here from Spain long ago, this breed of pig is raising the profile of the pig here.
Smell of shit everywhere, eh? Look, they hear now the noise of the car. They will arrive. Fantastic.
Like any good-tasting, high-quality pig, the secret is largely what were they fed, how did they live, were they happy.
I'm a hunter. I never seen so many in once. It's like I feel...
You should be shooting something.
Yeah. È spettacolare, eh?
A poorly fed pig who lived his life in squalor, stress, and fear makes for bad pork. This is why we should treat animals well. Not just because that's the nice thing to do, but because it makes them provably more delicious.
Questo è un gran camminatore, riesce a fare roba come 30 km al giorno, per cui è un animale che vive salutare, vive bene.
Chestnuts, acorns, roots and stuff foraged from the hills, supplemented by some nice, fattening grain during the winter months, when wild food is less easy and less plentiful.
They catch here the animal only with the traps.
Right.
It's a shame that they don't let you shoot.
I like pigs. Not to hang out with, to eat. I don't have a tattoo of a pig or anything, but I like them fine. And when given the opportunity to shoot one in the brain, or see one shot in the brain, so that I may sup on its entrails and other parts, I'm down. That's what's called cheering me up from some manic depression. Bang, and this pig is like Paulie. You won't see him no more.
What's that?
Even with the brain dead, the heart still goes on beating, sort of like, pick a Kardashian. In this case, however, those last few beats of the heart are absolutely necessary to pump all that red cravi into a bucket for sanguinaccio. The salt helps keep it from coagulating prematurely.
Allora, io sto levando la fibrina.
Yeah, looking good.
And so fast, incredible.
There's a Kardashian joke there somewhere. Kim gets ready for the big day. It's date night at Chloe's house. Real housewife gets ready for summer. Grooming tips from Teresa Jeanette. I got 1 million of them. Let's hope Kanye never has to see this. Oh.
We hang now. Vai. Vai. Vai, no senticchia.
Then get to work.
Okay. Very fast, eh?
All those good bits, the lungs, kidneys, they get cooked slowly in fat with garlic, chili pepper, little wine.
Is a meat also what? The liver?
Sì, fegato, cuore, un po' di salato, veno, forse qualche poco di gatto.
So it's all in the interior.
All in the interior with a little bit of fat.
That's like pork confit.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Meanwhile, the intestinal casings get filled with blood and gently poached until creamy, bloody delicious.
Yeah.
And a nice spread of homemade cured meats, local cheese, and homemade wine. Let the party begin.
So, what do we have here? Let's identify these products. Capicola?
Capicollo.
That's the sliced
the prosciutto. Yeah.
Lardo.
Lardo.
Pancetta. That looks good.
Anche
guanciale.
The cheese is a local. It's a provola dei Nebrodi. This is the ricotta, and it's just cooked in the oven.
The bread?
The bread is from the uncle.
Right.
And they have also salame, and they have sausages.
And this cheese?
Perché non è un maiorchino, è una canestrato.
And what do you call the dish? L'interiore.
Yeah, the interior just on a pan.
Right. Beautiful. Interiore. That's good.
Oh, the best moment of the day.
Indeed. Oh, yeah.
What do you think about the cheese?
It's good. Yeah, but for me, the ricotta, really good.
I think it's a complete country, this place. You discover Sicily in an aspect that I think that very few people know. This is incredible. Even the bread is the old lady that she made.
Oh. You think of Sicily, you think of family, you think of food. This is more like it.
Spaghetto numero 7, Galea! Numero 7 spaghetto, ai, ai, oh!
Dai, dai, mangialo, mangialo, mangialo!
We'll stop here for the shrimp.
Catania, the early morning market. It's been going on for longer than America's had a country. It's old, I tells you.
They know you here? You shop here often?
Yeah.
This is not Tommaso's first trip to the market by a long shot. His mom is a regular. She comes here almost every day.
The eggs.
And you see, this is a mix-up. You can find here everything. Each butcher, more likely they have their own specialty. Fresh ingredients, you know, it's kind of,
baby lamb.
Yeah, baby lamb, the sausage, the hamburger, the polpette. That is the pecorino normal. At least it's about 6 months old, at least. Oh, over here. This is the place where she buy the spices for her home. And the veggies.
This is what the market is best known for, seafood.
Buongiorno, caro. This one is one of the biggest resellers that we have in the fish market. You can see also the variety.
Yeah.
We consider the tuna like a pig. We don't throw away anything. See, this is typical. You can find all here.
Oh, those are the tiny, tiny little clams,
right,
yeah?
Yes. This is another thing as well.
Oh, whelks.
In Sicilian, they're called mucuni. You can see the shrimp normally still alive.
So I see cuttlefish, sepia, baby...
Yeah, baby sardine.
Swordfish.
I'm joining Tommaso for lunch today. Mom's cooking, so we gotta do some shopping.
Shirley.
Oh, buongiorno.
Buongiorno, come siamo combinato questo cambio?
They look beautiful.
Yeah, the color is beautiful. E buongiorno. So we'll go have a little crudo today. So the shrimp and...
baby sardine.
Grazie. Buona giornata. After you. What do you want to try? Blood sausage?
Sanguinaccio.
Sanguinaccio, allora. Allora, un pezzettino per assaggiarlo.
Just blood? No onion, no spice, nothing. A little spuddy, a little salt.
Condiscilo tutto, poco poco.
A little pepper.
Sì. Ben salt.
Okay. Now you squeeze it?
No. You eat the right way, yeah.
Questa sì, italiano?
Sì.
Trippa.
Trippa, sì. Questa è la cordiola.
Sì.
Oh, man.
Is it the intestine rolled up? The salt.
Ah, that's good. Usually, I don't like try plain. I like it in a sauce or spicy. That's good. That's very tasty. Looks like hell, tastes like heaven.
Yeah.
If you like this, you're Sicilian.
You're right.
Rivede. Parete.
I don't have any grandparents. My mom, I guess she cooks, but the last time she ever invited me for dinner was like 1972. So given that tragic, dysfunctional, too much information kind of history, is it any mystery why I'm always on the lookout for grandma? Anybody's grandma will do. Hell, I've been known to cruise rural state highways, looking for hitchhiking grannies to abduct, so they'll cook for me. And given my fragile emotional state, it makes perfect sense that I've dragooned Tommaso's mom into making me a nice lunch. Is that heartwarming or like creepy and sad?
Hey.
Hey.
It smells good in here.
Let's go open wine in the meantime. All right. No?
Cheers.
Chin.
You need any help chopping parsleys? Ah, perfect.
For lunch, we got the shrimp and sardines from earlier at the market. But first, this.
Let's grab one.
It's like arancini, but with a hollowed-out potato filled with cheese, breaded, and fried.
Ooh, delicious.
Basically, what we do to finish the potatoes is ready and fill with all the cheese.
Yes.
The dip in the eggs to seal the potato.
Right.
And then the crumb bread and fried. My mother used to cook for everybody, even if it was midnight. My parents' house was the focus of my friends.
Right.
So when you have to do something where you want to share some time all together and they have dinner, so my mother's cooking for everybody. Because the problem here is that when she cooks, even if she knows that it's only for 5 people, she cooking for 10.
Just in case.
More caponata. This is Sicily, after all, and this is the classic starter. Also, a bread and tomato salad.
Would you like to try something?
That's old school.
We toast the bread, make it a little bit harder. And normally we do with bread at least 2 days or two days old.
Right. It's really good. Really, really good. That's Sicily right there.
Right, yes.
Fresh shrimp sauteed in garlic, butter, and herbs.
I've noticed over time, as I travel around the world, that every great and enlightened culture, when they were confronted with a shrimp or a prawn, right away.
That is the way you see if it's fresh or not.
Yeah. So, typical day, when you were 15 years old, what did you eat for lunch?
We'll never missing pasta for lunch.
Pasta and meat, or pasta
Yes,
and fish?
And fish. Of course, something locally. Basically, you have to go right behind the corner to find your products. So whatever we can produce in Sicily, that's what we choose to buy.
Watch this, you're gonna zip the bone right out. Out comes all the bone. Who needs a knife?
Sardines filleted neatly, sauteed in garlic and oil, a little red pepper.
That's a beautiful thing, right there.
Botticelli, gliela messo?
Well, I'll tell you, in the other 2 hours here, I'll be speaking Italian. Well, I'll be speaking Sicilian.
Freddo no buono, caldo sì.
Yes, you have to eat it hot. This is very nice. Yeah, really, if you don't like this, there's really no hope for you.
Ah, Tommaso, diglielo, chi è che non ti piaceva queste cose? Che non ti è piaciuto?
There's something that you don't like it.
Everything is fantastic.
Tell her because she.
I'm so happy. This was a delicious meal to eat in this this beautiful home with some really good home cooked food.
Grazie.
My last night in Sicily. And after this, I'm going back to New York, crawling under my bed and adopting the fetal position for like 6 weeks.
Can I cut some vegetables?
I may look normal. Okay, I don't exactly, but I'm not barking uncontrollably or running around shrieking with my pants wrapped around my head, which is what my instincts are telling me I should be doing.
To me, one of life's great joys is cheese.
No, I'm eating cheese, which makes me happy, always. And drinking wine, good wine, and a hell of a lot of it. And I'll just make it over the hump with any luck at all.
So we have a mozzarella here, a pepperoncino.
Sí. You can start with that one on the middle.
I will.
Turi joins me for a final meal along with Antonio, Guido, and Guido's girlfriend, Ada.
This is an agriturismo. This is not a concept that exists in America, but it is a concept that should exist. Okay, now please explain what it is.
Agriturismo is an hotel linked to the territory. You have to use local product, local recipe.
Penne with sun-dried tomatoes, zucchini, all from the farm.
Oh man, that looks good.
Wow, 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 wow.
Fantastic.
Whoa.
Some nice rabbit, olive oil, also from the farm. More wine, I might just make it.
What now? This is called Colonial agrodolce, sweet and bitter. If you talk about Italy as a whole, it is the most interesting aspect of Italian cuisine. I mean, not just gastronomically, but philosophically, because it is a philosophical thing. Life is too good. I need a little bitterness to remind myself of the eternal tragedy of our existence.
You are right, the part sweet and sour of the life.
One final attempt before I go to extract something meaningful on what it means to be Sicilian.
What's wrong with these people in the north?
People from the south are coming from this Greek stream culture, where the philosopher, while in the north, the Austrian came through, you know, so very
That's the harshest, meanest thing anyone could say. Oh!
Very practical people, and figured out that the last century, the three best writers in Italy are from Sicily.
Because they consider us just like a weight when there are problems.
Right.
But finally, on summer, they all come here to make vacancies. It's a good thing for us, you know?
In the end, it all comes back to the Godfather.
We go up this beautiful mountain. It's this incredible town. It goes back to the 12th century. There are few places on earth more beautiful. But there we are sitting, and what? It was like a Godfather theme park. Oh, look, Michael Corleone got married there. Oh, it's so fantastic.
You know, I just look at these people, you know, with the Godfather T-shirt, you know, on top, and I say, oh my God.
Why people get stuck on this I love the Godfather movie? Because there is this big sense of family.
Michael had many options. He destroyed his family. And everybody, everything he touched.
In a way, it's fair.
So it's fair.
Coppola did a good movie, for sure.
Coppola, he didn't f it up.
No.
No.
No.